Hey everybody, it's Jessica. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to give you some frugal holiday tips and somewhat fitness inspired, but maybe just a little bit on the kind of healthy living inspired. So this is actually something that my mom made for me last year, and it ended up being one of my favorite gifts, and I wanted to learn how to do it. And it's homemade soap. So I know that kind of sounds like a strange gift to give somebody, but as I started paying more attention to what I put in my body through clean eating, I started paying a lot more attention to things that I used on my body. And soap is probably one of the most chemical laden products that you can buy. And so as I'm reading through the ingredients on it, I'm going, oh my God, and your kids are washing their hands and putting their hands in their mouths, and soap is just kind of everywhere in your house, especially if you have kids or, you're a human that washes your hands. So I really started kind of watching all my products. So when my mom made me this soap, I was fascinated with it, and I just got on Pinterest. It's like the one time I've ever followed a Pinterest recipe, if you will, and it actually worked. So I was pretty impressed by it. So I'm going to show you what a finished product looks like. This is one of the dispensers I keep in my master bathroom. So we have two, so we're going to fill the other one. And just so you guys are aware, I think I have 8 sinks in my house. So if you're wondering why I have so many displays, that's why. I buy all of these on Amazon. You can get, it depends on how nice you want to go. So I keep these in the girls' bathroom because it's also kind of my upstairs guest bathroom. I really like the design of this one. So these were a little more expensive, probably 12 or 13 a piece. I got these two on Amazon, and it was like a damaged box sale. So I got 2 for like $12, and then I just bought 2 more for making the teacher's gifts, because all the ones I just showed you are actually mine. And the brand is called Interdesign. So you could probably find them at TJ Maxx if you are into shopping. So you just need to look for a foaming soap pump, and it'll say it right there on the tag. So let's say $7, $8 for one of these. And then I use Castile soap. Also, if you guys have dogs, this is amazing for dog shampoo too. It's not the cheapest, but you also don't need a ton of it, so keep that in mind. Anyway, that's a side note. And then I use fractionated coconut oil because, especially with the winter time, this is going to really help with moisturizing your hands. And this is totally up to you if you use essential oils. I don't know where I put mine. You can add essential oils to your soap. I do like to do that, but I also bought the tea tree scented shampoo, and that doesn't mix well with a lot of things. So just keep that in mind. You can buy the scented soap, and then you don't need to add any oils to it. So, also, I'm really looking for my oil wherever it may. Oh, here it is. So I got grapefruit. So I'm gonna try mixing grapefruit and tea tree in one of my personal soaps. And if it smells good, I will add it to the teacher's soap. But like I said, that's totally optional. I love citrus flavored. And then the Castile soap that I have also tried is peppermint, and it smells amazing. And that's a perfect holiday inspired gift. So and I always use distilled water because it'll keep your dispenser from getting a buildup if you have hard water at all, which we do. And even with the softener, it still builds up. So I am just gonna make one in this clear container for you. So I don't measure. You guys know this if you watched any of my recipe videos. So I just eyeball it, and you can go on Pinterest and get the actual measurements. But on the bottom of the soap dispenser, it also tells you 1 part soap to 5 parts water. So I will mix the soap and coconut oil, and then what I do is I will actually try to pump it immediately after, and if it doesn't foam very well, just put more soap in, okay? So I just add the soap to what looks like 1/5 to me. And then you don't need a lot of the coconut oil, just enough to add moisture. And then fill it with water. This thing is really full. I'll leave a little bit of room, so you want to leave some room for the pump, and then you want to leave some room for if you test it and it doesn't foam. I'm not going to test it because then my hands will be all foamy, and then I'll either have to walk away from the camera to wash them or stop the video. So anyway, that's it. That took me a minute and a half, and people will think you're super fancy because you make your own soap. I still don't make my own hummus. 25 people have asked me that question, but I do make my own soap. So back to the cost of this. So like I said, maybe $6 or $7 here. This, I buy everything on Amazon. So you guys know I have an online shopping problem, and with the kids, I don't get out of the house. I don't want to go roam the aisles of Target either by myself or with kids. I got a million other things I would rather do. So I buy a lot on Amazon. I get in, get out. It's there in 2 days. So this is, I think it's $18, and I think I told you I had 8 sinks in my house, and I've made 2 times, filled these up twice for all those sinks, and you can see I still have enough left to probably get through what's on the table here. And then the fractionated coconut oil is about $12. Same deal, since you use less of it. I mean, it's a smaller bottle, but it'll last you a long time. So for $30, you could probably make 10 or 12 Christmas presents, then times the cost of this. So let's just say you would get 10 out of that. So there's $60 there, and $90. You can basically, you're averaging at a $10 to $12 gift, which sounds expensive for soap, but like I said, this jar is reusable. It's greener. It's healthier. I will be giving these to teachers and daycare providers because, especially if your child has multiple teachers, or maybe you want to give something to the principal, or they love their art teacher, and you're thinking Starbucks maybe, and you just don't know. So you're going out and spending $20 on gift cards that they may or may not use. So I think soap, it's kind of, you can write a cute card, right? Like, they're handling your kids and lots of other kids' germs, and so I think that goes a long way. If you have like a nurse that you love, someone in your life, I think this is another great gift because they are sanitizing their hands all day long, and they're gonna get really, really dry. So this is kind of an awesome gift for them to have at their house. I also go on Amazon and I buy a 6-pack of Yogi cold season sampler. So again, nurses, teachers, people that are just around germs. I mean, any human being is around germs all day, so this wouldn't be a bad gift. So I think I buy a 6-pack of these. I think they're probably $3 or $4 a piece. So now you're looking at maybe $15 or $16 gift, but it is special and homemade. And well, this isn't homemade, but it's made with thought. And then if you've been in somebody's house, like I said, you can get different colors to match. I got chrome for my upstairs bathroom, and the rubbed bronze for the rest of the house. So that's how you make your own soap, in case anybody's wondering. There are other things that I can do. So this is one of my personal favorite items. You can see it's very dog-eared and loved on. So that's the Fixate cookbook. It is $20. If there's somebody that you know is trying to eat healthy, it doesn't matter that there's the 21-day fix containers on here. I mean, I use this cookbook for any program that I'm doing, whether it follows the containers or not. So this is a healthy tomato basil soup. There is the Fixate marinara, which is probably one of my family's favorites. Several salad dressings. So you can't go wrong with this. And then if you are a preferred customer, I think it ends up being like $15. So you could buy several of these. They could go in any sort of random gift draw. Resistance bands, things like that for somebody who travels a lot, I think is a very thoughtful gift too. So you can give the gift of fitness, you can give the gift of health. You don't need to buy the $20 box of chocolate covered pretzels for somebody because chances are they're gonna get 7 of those from somewhere else. So if you're a teacher or a nurse and you want to chime in on how much cookies, every nurse friend I know is like, I cannot get away from the treats. And I will say, after I had kids, the first thing I did was take my nurses like some cake pops or something like that. So looking back, I should have made them some soap. Anyway, so here's another thing. I found this in my Christmas decorations. It probably came with like a bag of candy in it, It's not something I'm going to decorate my house with. I don't know if you can see it. The camera's kind of far away. But it'll work, right? So I don't like to spend a lot of money on gift bags. I always reuse gift bags. So sorry if you've ever given me something and you've gotten it back before. But look at that. It goes right in there. So maybe you don't want to give somebody some tea. You could wrap that in cellophane, or just kind of hand it to them off to the side and stick a little card in there. So totally up to you. Another thing, just so you guys know, this is the one I keep these pre-made so that if I run out and I don't have time to make a bunch of soap, this is a plastic, so it's going to look more familiar to what you buy at the store. You can buy, I think, a 4-pack of these for like $12. So they don't look as nice as the glass, so I wouldn't, you know, they could be stocking stuffers or add-on gifts, but I just keep those around my house. But that's another option if you have like 20 people you have to buy for, and you're not going to go out and spend $12 or $8 on one of these glass ones. This is another option. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. There's some frugal tips for gift giving to get you through the holidays. And thank you for watching.